I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. We begin at 6 with fire agencies up and down the coast preparing for a very busy fire season.
News Channel reporter John Palminteri joins us live. John, you caught up with work crews today.
Yeah, the work is being done in areas that have a lot of vegetation that needs to be reduced, including this location we were at between Santa Barbara and Montecito. If a fire breaks out in an area like this, it could immediately threaten lives and property. This is where firefighting begins. A specially funded crew paid for through a state grant is getting into fire-prone areas and reducing the thickness, which could spread a fire quickly.
Personnel, it allows us to get in and fight it a little bit more aggressively. Flame lengths might not be as high, rate of spread might not be as fast. So yeah, there's a lot of advantages to it.
The Santa Barbara City Fire Department is in collaboration with the City Parks and Recreation Department on multiple city park sites and related trails that are near homes. It helps to create a defensible space. Having the financing for the grant is the key to this work, which can sometimes overwhelm a normal budget.
With vegetation management, it's an ongoing project. There will always be maintenance to do. If we cut it one year, it is going to grow back. Plants just keep growing back, right? But you can see the difference in the site.
The project not only cuts down the grass, which can really spread a fire fast, but it does take trees like this and reduce them down to small pieces that can go through a chipper later on this week. This is a city open space in a quietly known place for hikers and dog walkers. It's where Santa Barbara and Montecito meet. It's also known as a very windy corridor when the sundowner winds whip up, sending the threat level in all directions.
This is Hill Park. It is an open space park. It's a city park right on the border with Montecito. We do have some defensible space zones here and a lot of vegetative fuel that we could work with.
Heavily populated. We can't see behind me here. This is all houses now, all the way down to the ocean. It's an open space that gives us a place to either fight fire from or stage equipment if we need to. It's a great spot, open space for us to use, and we need to keep these open spaces,
This crew is made up of workers who are planning to become firefighters as a career, and these projects give them experience they'll need to be ready when they're hired. They also work with a biologist to make sure sensitive plants are spared and nesting birds are protected.
And then also checks the whole site for active nests, and if we have any, buffer zones are created where there's either no work or a monitor needs to be present to be sure that we don't disrupt that nest.
In this case, a hawk was active at a nest, so the crew went up the canyon to continue its work in another area. And many of the residents that live in this area are thankful that this work is being done, also at the other parks as well, because there is a lot of brush that could catch on fire, and it's right next to some of the homes. On the other side of the equation, as we all know, the homeowners are responsible for their defensible space as well, and together it will reduce the threat of fire or the toss of embers towards their properties, which could catch things on fire, and it will protect lives and property going forward. Reporting live in Santa Barbara, I'm News Channel reporter John Palminteri.
All right, thank you, John. And County